Hey everybody, it's Tiffany. Today I wanted to do a video talking about the brand Norwex. If you haven't heard of Norwex before, it is a network marketing company. I am not a Norwex consultant. I just wanted to share all of my favorite things because sometimes I feel when you're newly being introduced to a company, or maybe your friend is having like a party and you're like, what is Norwex? Is it even any good? What should I try out? All that kind of stuff. It can be a little bit overwhelming with what actually works, what's worth trying, all that kind of stuff. So I thought that I would share my opinion as someone who is not biased, and I'm not a consultant, and I'm not selling it to you and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to share the things that I enjoy and the reason why from someone who isn't trying to sell it to you. So, Norwex, for those of you who don't know, they sell a lot of, I would say, like cleaner, simpler, environmentally friendly, sustainable cleaning products. They do have a lot of other things as well, but cleaning is definitely the main um, category, if you will. So, the most popular two things I would say are the Enviro cloth and the window cloth. So these come in different colors and they release different ones. So these ones might not be like what you have or what you see on the site. The thing that I really love about all of the different cloths is that there's always this little label that tells you what it is, but it also doubles as a little hook. So you can hang them to dry. I machine wash all of my Norwex with Norwex laundry detergent, and I hang them to dry. I think you can put them in the dryer, but I just prefer hang drying most of my stuff. So the Enviro cloths are, yes, a microfiber cloth, but they do not feel anything like a typical microfiber cloth. So I have a lot of different microfiber cloths, or at least I did over the years, and none of them feel exactly quite like this. A lot of the microfiber that I used to clean with, I would find would push stuff around and it never actually picked up anything, especially if you were using it on any sort of like white porcelain surface, like your sink, your counter, the tub. You could see it like pushing along dust, for example, and you would kind of, circle your cloth and circle your cloth, and it would always leave a little pile of stuff. And I find that because the weave of the Norwex microfiber is so much different, it really picks up everything and doesn't leave behind anything else. I just want to also specify that I'm just going to be talking about the different products that I like in this video, but maybe in the future I can do a breakdown of me using some of the items individually, just so you can get a better look at what I mean. But I just wanted to shine a light to some of the ones that I enjoy using. So EnviroCloth can be used wet or dry, so you could use it for literally any surface. Like if you want to dust your wood surfaces, if you want to wipe down your counters, if you want to wipe down your sinks, your cabinets, your countertops, your kitchen table, high chair trays, like literally anything you can clean with your EnviroCloth. The other thing is that you can look up some blue light videos that people do, and also a butter, like if you look on YouTube for the butter Norwex demo, or like I said, a Norwex raw chicken blue light demo, it really shows you the difference between cleaning raw chicken, like wiping a counter or a surface that you've cut raw chicken on. It's just an example that people use on YouTube. Cleaning it with like Lysol wipes or other leading brand sprays or cleaners, versus just with water on your EnviroCloth, and the EnviroCloth, spoiler, cleans it better. So it's all sort of about like mechanical cleaning instead of chemical cleaning. So there is a science behind it that, like I said, I'm not a rep or a consultant, so I can't explain every little detail to you, but I'm just showing what I like about different things. Now, hand in hand with the EnviroCloth is the window cloth. So everything is also quite large, which I think is wonderful. So the window cloth obviously can be used on your windows, but it can also be used on any surface that you want to shine. So whether that's mirrors or chrome faucets, like anything that's shiny, I really love it. So when I'm doing my bathrooms, for example, I will wet my Enviro cloth and wipe down my bathroom mirror to get all of the like splatter and all that off the mirror. And then I'll go in and wipe it with my window cloth, and it's like streak free, lint free, no Windex required, like nothing else. So I really clean most of my bathroom just with these two things and nothing else. So I find it just simpler. I don't have to carry around like several different types of cleaners, like, you know, the Windex for your mirror, maybe a different spray for your vanity countertop or your sink or stuff like that. So I just like that I can do just like one thing and I don't have to use anything that's disposable, all that good stuff. So that's what I love about these. I should try to hurry up a little bit. It's gonna be a while. The other thing that I really love that I want to give a mention to is the dusting mitt. It's exactly what it sounds like. You can use this to dust your whole house. You can use both sides of it, obviously. So I'll do it like with one hand and then switch so that the palm is on like the other side. It also has the little hook. So when it gets really dirty, wash it, hang it, all that good stuff. I use this dry primarily for obviously dusting, but I love it for dusting like the tops of like picture frames or artwork that's on your wall. Give like a gentle little dust. You could use this for like TVs or like across the top of any of your electronics, wood surfaces, literally anything, all the things. I just find it really handy, especially like for blinds and stuff. Or if you don't really want to have to like move a lot of things, just like lamp bases, like just give everything a quick little dust and it just traps it in so well. I really enjoy using that. The next thing that I want to give a little shout out to are the optic scarves. So they have different sizes of these typically and different prints. They're just super cute. They come with a little clip so that you can clip it onto your purse. And I just think it looks like one of those little decorative like purse scarves that you see sometimes that come with like bags. So they're quite large. There's sort of two little pieces of it, like this side and this side. I keep these on all my bags for my glasses because I feel like I'm constantly cleaning my glasses. And the other thing that they're really good for is wiping down your phone. So love that. This is also a really lovely little teacher gift or a stocking stuffer or anything like that. But again, if you're looking for something kind of inexpensive to purchase, like to support a friend's party or something like that, or maybe something from Norwex that you haven't already tried, optic scarves are a really nice one. Other things that are kind of like an inexpensive item to give a try are the Sperry sponges. This is a brand new box just because I didn't want to show you like a current one. So these are brand new. They look like this. They are silvery and scratchy. They are also non-scratch though. So this will not scratch any of your surfaces, even though it feels like quite abrasive. It's great at scrubbing like all the things for like doing your dishes or cleaning your sinks or anything like that, but it's non-scratch, which is great. So it comes in a pack of 2. I can't remember the price of these, but they're not particularly expensive given the fact that they last for so long. So you can actually pop them in your dishwasher, or I like to put them in like a mesh laundry bag and just throw them right in the washing machine. They're just little scrubber sponges. What can I tell you about them? It says do not use on stainless steel. But yeah, you can use them on so many things. I really enjoy these, and I just love that they don't have that like wet sponge smell. You know what I mean if you use sponges. And I just love that it's more sustainable than using regular sponges and having to throw them out a ton. Hopefully you can't hear my dishwasher, but I apologize if you can. So the next thing we'll talk about is the laundry detergent. So Norwex has quite a few options for laundry detergent. They have the powder, they have the liquid. Newly, they have the little strips, which are super cool. This is called the Ultra Power Plus. People call it the UPP for short. And this is like the full-size bag. It is for high efficiency washing machines. And the beauty about this is, so on the back they do tell you a little chart of like how much to use, but don't follow this. So let me show you. This is probably one of my favorite Norwex things. So it comes with this scoop, okay? I like to just keep a teaspoon in my bag from just the dollar store. And I use my teaspoon to kind of measure out my laundry. Now, if I'm doing a full load of clothes that kind of need a good wash, I will use a teaspoon of detergent. Like, just make sure that's level. Can you see how little is in there? So do not waste your product. The thing to note about this, and I'll use even less than that if I'm doing like a load of Zaya or a load of delicates or something like that, really don't need much at all, and it will last you so long. I think this says that the bag will last you 100 high efficiency loads or 66 standard loads. This lasts way longer than that. I don't know exactly how many because I've never counted, but my last bag lasted me over a year. And I do several loads of laundry a week. So you really don't need much at all, and it will take you so far. The reason why, in case you're like, oh, you're not putting enough laundry soap, I am, because this is so concentrated. It is not filled with, like, you know, if you got your powder laundry detergent or your liquid laundry detergent from the store, there's so many filler ingredients in that, like fragrances and like all this extra stuff that isn't actually doing anything. It's just filled with extra stuff. And so because this is so concentrated, the tiniest bit goes a long way, trust me. So this says it is biodegradable, has no phosphates, no sulfates, no chlorine, no bleach, no fillers, no optical brighteners, no animal testing, and no dyes or fragrances. So this is fantastic if you have sensitive skin, if you have allergies. It's great for babies and pets because there's no fragrances in it. It's just all around a really great laundry detergent. The other thing that I want to mention just while we're talking about laundry is that, as you know, I do sell Zaya, and Zaya is like activewear. Okay, so it's obviously lighter fabrics. And when I first started selling Zaya and buying Zaya and wearing it and all that, I didn't have the Norwex laundry detergent yet. I hadn't tried it. And I found that when I was washing my Zaya with regular store-bought laundry detergent, it was leaving like a residue on my clothes because there was way too much stuff in the laundry detergent. And when I started using this, I don't have that problem. My clothes come out cleaner, if you can believe that. The other thing that I love about that, and with most of the Norwex products, is that they're so multi-purpose. I hate having one item that only does one thing, and that can go for anything in life. I hate kitchen gadgets that only do one thing. I hate cleaners that only clean one type of surface. Same with my sewing tools. I don't really like getting a ton of sewing gadgets that only do one thing or are only useful for one type of project. So the Norwex powdered laundry detergent, they have some little like graphics that if you have a consultant, you can ask them for more information about it, but you can use it in so many different ways. So one of my favorite ways to use my Norwex is to make a multi-purpose spray. So what you do is you just put a teaspoon of your Norwex into any sort of spray bottle. I just bought these on Amazon, the little like amber glass ones, and I made the little label with my Silhouette machine. I have a video on that as well, I think, like how to make the labels. So anyways, you put your powdered laundry detergent in there and fill the rest up with water and give it a little shake to make sure it's all dissolved in there. And you can use this for almost anything. You can use it to like clean your bathroom, your kitchen counter, your kitchen table. Like if you need a little bit of extra oomph to get anything off, I like to use it to clean the glass turn tray in my microwave. My favorite thing to use this for, are you ready, is dog vomit in the carpet. So I have like a light colored beige area rug, and for some reason that is my dog's favorite place to vomit when she needs to. And typically before Norwex, I would have a hard time getting that out, or I would have to use some sort of like specific like pet like stain remover or something like that. But all I do when that happens is I dab as much of it, like if it's fresh still, I dab as much out as I can, right, with anything. And then I, like, you could use paper towel or a microfiber cloth or something to like lift a lot of the moisture out first. Then I spray this on the spot, let that sit for a little bit, and the stain comes right out. It is magic. It works every time. She has vomited. I'm sitting on the rug right now. It looks like this like light colored rug. She has vomited on that so many times, and there are no stains on the carpet. It's magic. Absolute magic in a bottle. The other thing that this is really great for is cleaning your grout lines. I have used this in my bathroom floors. I have ceramic tile in my bathrooms and my kitchen, and it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. You just spray it on. You can leave it for like a couple minutes and then just go in and scrub it with a little toothbrush or something, and it really lightens the color of the grout and cleans it. It's just wonderful. Now, the other laundry thing that I will share quickly is the microfiber cleaner or laundry booster. So this is a small little tub, but it goes, again, a little bit goes a long way because it's so concentrated. It just sort of looks like powdered laundry detergent, and it comes with a little scoop. Now, again, I do not use this full, oh, it's not transparent, but I do not use this full scoop. I use like a small amount. You kind of get to know what works for you depending on what you're using it for. So I use this for a variety of different things. Obviously, it's a microfiber like deep cleaner and booster. So if your microfiber cloths need a spa day and they're getting lots of love and they need to be refreshed, you can give them a little soak in it. You can sprinkle a little bit of this in your load with your microfiber or your towels or whatever you're doing to give them that little bit of extra freshness. I also like to use this for, have you heard of laundry stripping? When you have, some people do it in their bathtubs or in like any sort of wash basin where you get hot water and you soak your clothes, and it draws out a lot of the leftover residue from if you've been using like a colored laundry detergent. Like if your laundry detergent is like blue, it will draw out so much of the colors and just the soiled grossness. I don't have the right words, but your water will truly turn color. So I use this sometimes for my sports bras because, you know, I sweat a ton when I'm doing my workouts especially, and every once in a while, especially my white ones, if they need a little lift or a little refresh, I just put them in a bowl with boiling water from the kettle. Obviously sprinkle some of this in before I add the water so it dissolves nicely. Let them soak in that for a couple of hours and then wash them as normal. And the water color in the bowl is wild to see, like how much it pulls out of your clothes. Just every once in a while as like a deep wash or a refresh. You can use this for lots of things. I think people also use this as like a heavy stain remover, things like that. You can look it up. I'm sure there's lots of things. The last thing that I will share, now this isn't all of my Norwex. I have way more. I have a lot. I've been using and loving Norwex for several years now, so I've acquired quite a lot because I'm always interested in trying like different things, or if there's something that I haven't tried yet, I always put it on my wish list, and then when the time is right, I like to purchase it. So the last thing that I want to share is probably my biggest money saver, and it'll be a little bit difficult to show you, but it's my mop system. So I have the spray attachment that's relatively new. So this is just filled with water. This is my dry pad. So it's just Velcro. And then I have the one that's the rose gold and pink. And then the end here is like a rubber ball. So when this is leaning against your wall, it this is not a good angle to show you this, but it doesn't fall over. You know, when you lean a broom like against a wall or a door or something like that, and it just slides away, because it's got a little rubber ball, it helps it stay there. I'm like shaking it in my hand so you can kind of see that it has some grip. And then this is also like for hanging purposes. If there's like a ledge or something you need to hang it from, you can balance it from this little this little disc. So it's quite large. There is a smaller one as well. I'm going to show you the wet pad just in my hand. So this is the Velcro side, and it just pops on and off. So the mop system has different attachments that you can get for it. It's also adjustable, like the handle. And like I said, the spray attachment was a new addition, so you can get it without the spray attachment if that's not something that you're interested in. So here's what I love about it. So I used to have a dry Swiffer and a wet Swiffer, and I had to, as you know, buy the refills for both. I used to try to get like cheaper alternatives. I would try to get the Swiffer pads from like the dollar store or something like that, or some people make their own, like they crochet like little Swiffer pads and stuff. But I just wasn't finding that anything was very effective. And then the wet Swiffer was really good in theory, but it was very expensive because the wet pads for it were getting quite pricey, and then the refills, they kind of design it so that you're not really able to make your own or buy anything else. Like it's a specific cartridge that fits it properly. I think there's some hacks on Pinterest, but they just don't really make it easy. And then the other thing is that it takes, I think, like 4 batteries, like the D batteries or something like that. It's been a long time since I've had it, so I've kind of forgotten, but I just remember the whole thing being annoying. It was annoying that I had to have 2 separate mops, and I still had to have other stuff like a regular mop and everything else. So it's kind of a lot to store. It was a lot to store the extras, like my extra pads, my extra like cleaning liquid. And then the other thing that I found annoying was that because my main level is hardwood and ceramic, there is a little refill concentrator, whatever it's called, from Swiffer Wet Jet that is specifically for hardwood, but I have both, so I couldn't really switch between the two, like a non-wood one and a wood one. So I would find myself only using it on my wood surfaces because that was the little liquid cartridge that I had in the mop at the time. And it was just a whole thing. And then of course, I don't really know how safe it is to be spraying those types of chemicals on the floor when you have pets who are on the floor. You know, all that kind of stuff is just not really a great situation, and it was expensive, and I felt bad about the waste, to be honest. It was just a lot of garbage all the time. So I love that this has the dry mop pad. So what I do is I just stick on the dry pad, can do my whole house, all the floors with the dry pad, and then after that I usually just vacuum it off, or Norwex does also have like a rubber brush that you can use, and it will pull all the hairs and stuff off of the dry pad. And like I said, yeah, so you could use that, or you could just vacuum it off or throw the whole thing in the wash. So typically I will vacuum mine depending on how dirty it is. If it's just like a little bit dirty, I'll just vacuum it and then put it in the wash maybe next time. And then for the wet pad, I like to get this wet first. So I'll just run it under the sink, give it a little squeeze out so it's not like too soaked in water, and then pop this on the end of my mop. And then if there's a couple areas in the kitchen that are particularly messy and they need a little bit of extra liquid from the little spray attachment, I can go ahead and do that. But if you don't have the spray attachment, like I said, you can just keep your mop pad wet at the beginning, or you can also go around just with your spray bottle and just like spray like as you go. That's what I did before the spray attachment was even designed and available, because like I said, that's a pretty new product. And yeah, I just love it. I think it's so great. I love that I only have one mop system now. I love that I don't have to buy anything ever again. I don't have to buy refills because it's just water. I can put a little bit of the Norwex laundry detergent in there if I want to give it a little bit of extra cleaning power. I love that I don't have to buy the extra pads or the refills or batteries, and I love that it doesn't have a fragrance. It doesn't have like a gross, you know, sort of artificial chemical smell like how a lot of cleaners do. So I really love my mop, and I wish that I had kind of kept track of exactly when I purchased it and when it sort of started paying for itself, if that makes sense, because I imagine it already has, especially in the last couple of years when groceries and household products have just gone through the roof in pricing. So I don't really even know exactly how much the Swiffer refills and things are these days, but I love it. I just love not having to worry about it and just washing them whenever I need to. And you always have the pads. You're never going to run out of the pads, all that good stuff. So anyways, those are just a few of my favorite Norwex products. Like I said, not a rep or anything. So obviously you can do a little bit more research on more features of the products and different products that they have. But yeah, maybe another time I'll jump on and share a little bit more in depth of showing me using something or showing before and afters of my grow. I think that would actually be a really good video, so maybe I'll do that one next. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful and I hope you all have a good night.